Mitt Romney, because he could advise me how to get another turtle and make money off of it, which ought to be the objective. You know, all those polls are about the so-called empathy gap and why Mitt Romney doesn't connect with people. I want to say I don't want a president who connects with people. I want to know a president who knows how to be president, which Obama hasn't learned in 3.5 years.
Yeah, you want a president, not a pal, and that's why this stuff is so silly. By the way, I don't want to know how you make money off turtles, but I imagine...
I'm sure there's a way to do it.
There is a way to do it. There is. And you know what? I think, Brooke, you might know. Is this just more fluff?
I would hope it. Hi, Brooke. Nice to meet you.
I was just going to say, he was concerned. Mutated ninjas. That's how you make money off turtles.
Oh, quite the franchise.
That was worth interrupting.
Yeah. Got to learn martial arts.
For that.
Thanks a lot. No, I would really hope that this was a meaningless poll. I would hope that Americans don't vote on their empathy, likability factor, but it's these hard-hitting questions.
Yes.
Who do you want to captain your ship? Who would you like to sit down for dinner with that are actually important? But it doesn't determine who you're going to vote for. I would rather sit down with Obama, a man that I vehemently disagree with on every level, to debate him. That doesn't mean I'm going to vote for him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of people I like to party with, but I don't want him as president. Well, that's not true. That's not true at all. I like the guy in the dwarves. He's kind of interesting. Jesse.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Obama or Romney bring you your Mike's Hard Lemonade to the parking lot in front of Ruby Tuesdays?
Well, that's an interesting question. Guy who's dressed like an Easter basket that might sodomize me.
Might?
I take offense to the might.
The thing I think is the poll went on to say, like, who would make a more loyal friend? And I think you got to go with Obama on that because, I mean, clearly Mitt took his most loyal friend and strapped him to the roof of a car. So there's that.
He enjoyed it. He enjoyed it on the roof of the car. He's got an affidavit that says he enjoyed it.
Excuse me.
Hey, who among us has killed a turtle recently?
Yeah, but let me just point out that, yes, while Mitt Romney did put his wonderful dog on the roof of the car, it didn't go into the roof of his mouth like President Obama. Ate a dog, and he also threw his grandmother under the bus, didn't he? Every person close to Obama, he uses
and
as
his brother.
And his brother.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, I hate using the phrase "under the bus." It's so.
It makes fun of where I live.
True, Bill. Well, that brings up my next question. You know, voters said they'd rather have Obama visit their homes than Romney. You don't have a home.
So, you know why?
Why?
Because I'm a citizen of the world.
That's true.
And the world is nothing if not a home for me. And secondly, I don't know if we're necessarily asking the right people about this. I'll give you an example. Ambassador Bolton. You asked him, which president would you want to console if you lost your pet turtle? And he said, I'd want Romney because he'll tell me where to get another turtle and how to make money off of it. I don't think you know what console means. I think that Romney could, I agree with you that Romney could do all those things. By definition, that's not consoling. Say I lost one of my illegitimate daughters. It's happened before. I would be sad. And if someone came up to me and said, here's how you get another daughter, and I'm going to tell you how to make money off her, possibly good information, not consoling. Not the definition of consoling.
Do your daughters have shells?
One of them does.
Well, okay.
One of them has rickets.
You got me
Both
there.
of those names I forget.
No, her name is Ricketts.
Oh, Ricketts.
I want to
go to bed, Ricketts.
I'm
too late for you.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm with Ambassador Bolton on this. Forget empathy. I like jerkathy. I want a jerk. I'm not interested in being friends or being consoled or anything. I think this is one of those fake stories that they always do to imply that Obama's just cooler than his opposition, and it burns up time up to the election. I want to bring up this whole with this hand-heart gesture that President Obama did. Now, this is what young stars like Bieber and Selena Gomez do, Jesse, and I think this is what you often do to the girls at Wet Seal at the mall where you hang out.
Yeah.
Is this going to lock up the 13-year-old vote?
Can I just address, by the way, you don't ever have to say, I want a jerk. Your pastel shirts explains that to anybody that you would walk into a bus station with.
Unnecessary.
Well, what I think is even weirder is that last weekend Justin Bieber was found at a meeting discussing North Korean nuclear disarmament. So it's sort of a little switcheroo.
I would trade him for Obama on that subject.
Yeah, it definitely has better hair, that's for sure. Brooke, here's the thing. Could this hand gesture that Obama is making, what he goes like this?
Doing it right.
I don't know what it is. Thank God, I'm a grown man. I'm 47. I should not know that. The president should not know that, Brooke. Is that a signal to our enemies to attack America?
Well, my research shows that it definitely is. It's you know, I just hope that it was, you know, Obama's teenage daughters that taught him this, as opposed to a team of White House staffers that are paid to research what the trends are with teenagers these days.
That's a good point.
Wait, we pay people to research the trends of teenagers? That's not my White House.
I don't know. All right, I want to move on to the next story. Thank you. From having dinner to not being a winner. Well, we were beaten by Sweden. Yep, 6 other so-called countries came out on top when it comes to global competitiveness. According to the World Economic Forum's index, the U.S. has dropped to 7th behind Switzerland, Singapore, Finland, Sweden, the Netherlands, and Germany, but ahead of the tiny island kingdom of Hawaii, thank goodness. They don't even have running water. The forum measures competitiveness a bunch of different ways, including strength of a country's public and private institutions, infrastructure, educational system. 2 years ago, America was 4th, last year 5th, but even though our overall score was higher this year, we slipped to 7th because evil countries like the Netherlands and Germany improved more than we did. They probably bribed the judges with scat videos. Meanwhile, at least America still leads the world in this. We truly are #1 in synchronized kittens. Ambassador, what do you make of this? Does this matter? Do we care? Should we care?
Well, I don't believe anything that comes out of the World Economic Forum. They spend too much time skiing in Davos instead of really doing hard work, and they've got a lot of factors in that measure that I wouldn't count. It's very pro-European, as you can tell, and in any event, with Obama as president, we can look forward to more declines in any event under that rating.
Interesting. Brooke, you looked at a combination of things: budget deficit, savings rate, inflation, government debt, credit rating. Is this more evidence that Obama should be impeached?
Look, we have
Answer the question.
Answer the question. It's a yes or no question.
I'm not surprised that we're declining.
Actually, it's a yes or yes question. Go ahead.
What is this, interrupt Brooke?
Yes, that is the Tuesday show.
Look, who is surprised? We have a president that takes wealth creation for granted. We have a president that thinks that wealth can only be measured in tangible goods that can somehow be distributed to everybody. He wants to socialize all the major institutions. He pounds the rich. You got to pay your fair share. The only way to pay is to the government. It's no joke. We are declining, and we have to take this seriously.
I hear you. I hear Jesse. We ranked first. You'll like this. In guys in their 30s who dress like 17-year-old skateboarders. So congratulations.
Yeah, you're welcome, America. Yeah. I've been really working hard at that. Showing up on television at 3 in the morning, trying to get it going.
A highly rated show, I might add.
It's very true. I don't see why this surprised anybody. I mean, America's largest exports these days, I'm pretty sure, are pornography and Adam Sandler movies. Neither of which any American can be proud of.
Speak for yourself.
But no, I mean, I also think it's kind of disconcerting is the recurring theme of Japan and Germany being on a list of world leading. It seems right. Yeah. Ambassador, this is your. I don't. It's not good, right?
Sweden, the Netherlands, Finland.
Yeah, there's 2 on there that concern me.
Yeah.
There's a shady past. There's 2 of them there.
Wow, you don't forgive or forget, do you? You're going to hold on to this.
It's not just September 11th. It's Pearl Harbor also. Don't forget it.
I hear you. Bill, there are reports that we would have ranked as high as 2nd if you had left the country.
I would like to see that report. I'm not buying that at face value.
During the break, I'll find the report and I'll get it to you.
You better put it on your face, because I said face value. Okay. I want to read it from your face.
Well, in fairness, that's only because his leathery skin makes him look like he's an illegal Guatemalan, and that is totally unfair.
Hey, listen, the making fun of what you're wearing or not wearing, as the case may be, is coming from over there. I'm just sitting here minding my own.
I know.
Trying to rock the yellow T-shirt with the 70s sport coat. I'm doing well, I might add.
I know that you have to get that back to a golf course in 1974, so we'll try to wrap it up.
Somebody drain his other ear. He forgot to put an earring in it again.
Oh, Lord. Did you miss me?
I see. The way I would frame this, we should make #7 the new #1. right? Like, you know, number 1 is kind of, I don't know, number 1 is so snooty and bigoted. Why not be proud of being number 7?
Yeah,
no?
Let's leave from behind.
I like it when you say it.
The motto of my bar.
I don't know what that means. All right. Well, this is a big story. It's the big story of the day. From competing to bleeding, they took a swipe at the Stars and Stripes over a perceived slight. On Tuesday, thousands of protesters stormed the American embassy in Cairo, tearing down our flag and replacing it with a black one, with the Muslim expression, "There is no God but God, and Muhammad is the prophet of God," written on it. And in Libya, gunmen attacked the U.S. consulate with rocket-propelled grenades. The hardcore Islamists were miffed about a movie made by Egyptian Christians in the United States, which they contains images insulting to Muhammad, which according to the AP includes scenes depicting Muhammad as a fraud, having sex, and calling for massacres. The U.S. Embassy quickly issued a statement condemning the violence, saying the Embassy of the United States in Cairo condemns the continuing efforts by misguided individuals to hurt the religious feelings of Muslims. What did I just read? The world is officially over. We are done. I'm going back into my pretzel. You may have your ways of coping. I have my ways of coping. The pretzel makes me cope. Brooke, is it just a coincidence that this happened on 9/11?
First of all, I'm so happy that we're highlighting the fact that the U.S. Embassy was violently stormed today in Cairo, and the State Department releases, via the U.S. Embassy in Cairo, a condemnation of the blasphemy of Islam.
Yeah. That's what we just said.
We cannot understate how important this is. This is State Department policy. Over the past 11 years, we have resolution after resolution at the United Nations trying to outlaw the criticism of Islam. And this happened on September 11th. The State Department is lying to us, or they are misguided if they don't think this is a celebration of American deaths.
Now, it's crazy. Ambassador, okay, here's my theory. Were the people in the embassy just terrified?
Well, they were all sent home, apparently, but I tell you, no American should look at those pictures of foreigners on the walls of our embassy and not remember what happened in Tehran in 1979. And if these reports of what happened to our consulate in Benghazi turn out to be true, and it was burned and one of our officials was killed, obviously that's one step further. So this is potentially very dangerous. Remember, in 79, the Iranians came into the embassy once, didn't take it over. People said, oh, everything's fine, and then they stormed it and took people hostage. But on the point Brooke's making, this is very important. The ambassador is the president's personal representative in Egypt, and that statement was an act of appeasement. So I think the president's got to repudiate it
he has to.
tomorrow, or what a signal it's
I mean, this is like getting really, really close and weird to Carter. I mean, this kind of I thought it was a joke when I first read the article that it was like it was an Onion article that we were apologizing for their attacks. Now, Jesse, you're kind of an expert because you work at an embassy suite. You actually
That's great.
That's
my favorite one.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Where do you? How should we deal with this?
Please, it's a turn down ambassador.
Turn down ambassador.
Thanks. No, I see this. The problem is the quality of the movie. I think. Like, I don't know if you've seen a clip of it, but it's pretty horrific. Like, it's just like, and a lot of people are misguided. They're thinking that fundamentalists are humorless, and that's not true at all. Which is why I have just inked a deal with Al Jazeera to create several popular upcoming sitcoms.
Oh, really?
In the fall lineup. So I want you guys to look for Malcolm in the Middle East, and Everybody Loves Ramadan, and what else? Curb Your Fanaticism.
And you're looking for a short career.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do my favorite one is it's going to be a version of Modern Family, and it's set in the 1300s. So. Don't
do any cartoons of Muhammad, though.
Yeah,
fair enough.
You might get blocked out.
Billy, okay. Do you think that this is appeasement, or do you think this is just people being terrified? And they did it on Twitter too. They went on Twitter.
Oh, well, at least they're modern about it.
Yes.
I appreciate that they're appealing to the kids in all of this.
And we just forgave them debt. Didn't we forgive them debt? $1 billion Egyptians?
$1 billion, right.
Clearly it wasn't enough. Next time, maybe $2 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no mathematician, but 2 is, I think, more than 1.
It is.
Why don't you forgive them $2 billion of your debt? That would be one way to start.
Look, I got college loans to think about, Chuck. I don't even get the strategy. These guys they're mad at other Egyptians that just happen to be in our country. That's like not even killing the messenger. That's blowing up the Best Western that the messenger stayed in before he gave you the message. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Which I got to say, we over at the Embassy Suites are really hoping that somebody
Well played.
I got to say the Embassy Suites are an underrated hotel.
They are, right?
They are. Just terrific people that work there, and the food is actually delightful. Sometimes.
Where am I?
Are you publicly apologizing because of the insinuation that they would hire somebody like me? That's what you're doing? Like you don't.
You're like their bed bugs.
I feel you're like, I just want to say Embassy Suites. It was just a joke. There's no way you would hire.
He's not your turn down ambassador. No, this story is insane, and I predict that it's not going to get better, and I wish it would. I wish it would just go away, but I think it's going to be. Well,
I think the risks are there. I really do. Not just in Egypt, but in other countries where they see what happens when you breach the security of an American embassy, where the local government cooperates, and you get that kind of statement out of the American ambassador.
It's long-standing, I hate to say it, long-standing State Department policy. We are totally on the lookout for what's Islamophobic.
Yeah.
We've redacted the words Islam and jihad from all counterterrorism training manuals. Major Nidal Hassan is not a terrorist. It's workplace violence.
Yeah.
This is appeasement, and they attacked us nonetheless.
I know. All right. On that note, we got to take a break. Coming up, what's it like to eat free pretzels all day? Jesse Joyce discusses the perks of working at Auntie Anne's in the Bayside Mall. Congratulations.
I have so many jobs.
Big sport chicks. It rhymes, so it must be true. You do have so many jobs.
Hi, I'm Joe Theismann, and after every broadcast, I'd have to race to the closest bathroom because my aging prostate was really giving me fits. I was having the same problem as a lot of guys over 50, but it was really hard to know what to do. Whatever you're doing, back and forth, up and down, again and again, you have sudden repeated urges to go to the bathroom, wherever you are. And at night, you're up, wondering, when am I finally going to get a good night's sleep? It's exhausting. Fortunately, I found Super Beta Prostate and even got a free bottle. What a difference it's made in my life. Now I don't have to go to the bathroom as often, and I usually sleep through the night, waking up refreshed and ready to tackle anything. What's so special about Super Beta Prostate? It's the most widely used supplement supporting a healthy prostate. If Super Beta Prostate didn't work so well, there's no way they would have sold over 5 million bottles worldwide. Super Beta Prostate is an all-natural prostate health supplement made from a scientific breakthrough plant sterol called beta-sitosterol, which relieves your sudden urges to go to the bathroom. You'd have to take 100 saw palmetto capsules to get the same amount of beta-sitosterol as you would from just one Super Beta Prostate tablet.
If you want a stronger urine flow and more complete emptying of your bladder, I recommend Super Beta Prostate. Super Beta Prostate works.
Now with Super Beta, I find that I can comfortably get to my destination without the concern of this uncontrollable urge to want to use the bathroom.
Once I started taking Super Beta, it just changed my life. Now getting up maybe only once, I have more energy the next day.
So if you're tired of waking up so often at night to go, or just tired of not enjoying those special moments in your life, try a bottle of Super Beta Prostate. We're so confident that Super Beta Prostate will work for you, we'll give you a bottle for free.
Call now and we'll send every new customer a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate. Just pay shipping and handling. Give Super Beta Prostate a try for free. Call 800-649-7186. 800-649-7186.
Lane. From looming tax hikes to our bloated budget, Rand Paul says Congress is ducking their job. He wants action. So what's his plan? The senator sounds off on Your World tomorrow.
Karma's business is definitely stuck in the 70s. 70s clothes, music, and technology. When it came to marketing on the web, he was totally spaced out, man. Lots of businesses struggle with web marketing until they call Web.com, the web marketing experts for small business. Our pros will write, design, and build your website absolutely free. We'll help you get found on all the top search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, and hundreds more. If you're happy after 30 days, we'll keep providing promotion, hosting, reporting, support, and maintenance for a low monthly fee. If not, cancel and it costs you nothing. Karma did it. So can you.
I'm extremely happy with the results.
Web.com
opened up the world.
There's nobody better than web.com.
We are so lucky we found your site.
It's not luck, man. It's web.com.
Get a great site for your business free.
Call 1-866-490-4885 today.
Is Bic for her a sexist slur? The pen company Bic is facing outrageous outrage over their pink and purple line of writing utensils being marketed for girly girls and girly girls only. And this ad will be more fuel for their ridicule.
Does anybody have a pen? No, thanks. No. Thanks!
With its fabulous styling and smooth writing, Bic for her is the only choice.
Like a giant olive. A description on the company site says the pen has a, quote, thin barrel to fit a woman's hand and an elegant design. Just for her. Dozens of people have weighed in on Amazon with one writing, quote, I love Bic Crystal for her. The delicate shape and pretty pastel colors make it perfect for writing recipe cards. Checks to my psychologist. I'm seeing him for a case of the hysterics and tracking my monthly cycle. Don't know what that means. Meanwhile, Pepsi Corporate has received trucks of hate mail from angry baboons over their latest monkey cola beverage. I have no comment on that. Just makes me thirsty, Brooke. Can't we just be honest and admit that women, for whatever reason, like colorful, frilly things more than guys do?
Honestly, I mean, come on. I think that ridicule and outrage is the only appropriate response to this campaign. It's absolutely ridiculous that girls can't like blue, too. Come on. And if I was a teacher, if you were a teacher and a student submitted an essay in bright pink, you know, illegible writing, you send it right back.
Yeah.
Right?
Say Bill.
But I get no. They're not. I don't believe, Ambassador, that they're banning women from buying blue. They're just marketing pink to women because women tend to like pink more than blue.
Well, I view this in the same context as the turtle, the dead turtle.
Yeah.
If it makes money for Bic, I'm all in favor of it, and I couldn't care less if people are outraged by it.
That is an excellent point. Obviously, they've done their market research, and they know that
somebody's buying these pens.
Yeah, and it's pink. It's pink for women and blue for men. Jesse, all of your mesh T-shirts you wear when working out in the backyard are black. They're not pink.
Yeah.
So will we ever get into a place in society where we can appreciate the gender differences that inform the purchases we make?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up, guy who currently is wearing a pink pastel shirt.
A little bit of pink.
There's enough pink in it.
There's more blue.
All right, well. Anyway, the only thing I found insulting about this campaign is that what they actually, Bic came out and said that there's less ink in the pen because women don't tend to write as much because they have smaller brains. And I thought that was particularly out of line.
Out of line. That was out of, yeah.
I thought it was science.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
No, it's not
science.
Okay.
It wasn't well, I don't know.
It might be science.
No, it's not science.
Look at the size of my head. Look at the size of Brooke's.
Look at the amount of notes I have compared to
Those are all little flowers and rainbows. You keep writing Brooke Schultz. Thank you, by the way. I noticed that, and if you were a little more forthcoming, we can make this happen.
Brooke Schultz, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Schultz, Goldstein, not going to happen.
Oh, yeah. We fought for our country. I can't emphasize that enough. Distant relatives, I don't know about them. Don't know about them.
Terrible. You're awful. You're awful. Bill,
I can't speak for relatives, Greg.
Bill, what's the problem with gender differences? That's why we like each other.
We don't like each other, Greg. That's the problem. And if you'd read my blog, you'd be a little more educated on this. Fact of the matter is, Bic is more than welcome to sell whatever sexist pen they have. But as you know, I have 4 or 5 illegitimate daughters, and I have taken great strides to make sure that they are not raised based on gender norms. Mostly because I'm not sure of their gender. I think they're all daughters. Some of their teachers say otherwise.
No, you make sure they aren't raised a certain way by not raising them.
I don't raise them. And I was kidding about that whole teacher thing. They don't go to school.
Yeah. All right.
That's expensive.
Do you have a comment on the show? Email us at redeye@foxnews.com. And if you have a video of your animal doing something that isn't boring, go to foxnews.com/redeye and click on Submit a Video. I like that, Submit a Video. We might use it. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy. I'd like to submit him to some videos.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by Hummingbirds, those small, brightly colored birds with a slender bill that usually hover while feeding. Thanks, Hummingbird.
I'm Dr. Pachorik. Are you sleeping as well as you used to? Are you using energy drinks during the day? Do you need coffee in the morning? You may be just not sleeping well. Millions of Americans now have trouble sleeping. That's why I recommend Ultrol, America's #1 selling all-natural sleep aid. It's made of 3 unique sleep compounds, each proven to help induce sleep: L-tryptophan, valerian, and melatonin. Ultrol is like 3 sleeping pills in one. Try Ultrol for good natural sleep and the energy you need during the day.
Krauthammer viciously attacked for criticizing the Obamas.
Maybe the thing that they could do that would make you happy, maybe they should just die.
Did the outrageous comments go too far? Charles responds. Plus, Dennis Miller's look back at 2 wild weeks of conventions, only on the O'Reilly Factor.
Freezer burn steak, $20. Dried out chicken, $15. Moldy cheese, $5. Stop throwing cash in the trash. Save money with the Food Saver System, the #1 vacuum sealing system that keeps food fresh up to 5 times longer. Air can penetrate ordinary zipper bags. Food Saver bags keep air out, preventing freezer burn. With the Food Saver System, you can save up to $2,700 a year. Save now with the kitchen appliance that pays for itself in just weeks. Available wherever small kitchen appliances are sold.
Are there places in your home where you wish you had a light, but you don't?
Hi, Anthony Sullivan here with a wireless Instabulb, a battery-operated light bulb that you can install without an electrician. Just stick up the base, slide in the bulb, and you've got light. It's that easy. There's no wires and no complicated installation. Now you can have light anytime, any place, anywhere. Just stick it up, pull the cord, and you've got light. The Instabulb is safe for kids, and it easily puts light within their reach. Unlike glass bulbs that break, the Instabulb is shatterproof if you drop it. There's no dangerous wires to mess with either. The Instabulb installs instantly, stays cool to the touch, and has a 10-year guarantee. Around the house or on the car, don't use hot clip-on lights when you can use the Instabulb. The Instabulb is perfect for attics and basements. Have a closet that needs illumination? Use the Instabulb. Just stick it up, and you've got instant light. Use one anywhere you need extra light. Nothing's easier to fit underneath the kitchen counter, and they're perfect inside for a tool shed if you don't have power. Use them outside as a wireless light for decks or patios, and they're great for camping and RVs. If the power goes out, you can depend on the power of the Instabulb, and each one slides out to become a handy lantern. This electrician charged $190 to install 1 light bulb. Call now and you'll get the wireless Instabulb for just $10.99. But call or click right now and we'll throw in a second Instabulb free. That's 2 wireless Instabulbs for $10.99. And when you call, find out about free shipping. But it gets even better. If you order now, you can double the offer to 4 Instabulbs. That means you get 4 wireless Instabulbs for $10.99. And remember, order now and find out about free shipping. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-873-8178 and get your Instabulb. But hurry, call now, and as a special offer, you can get a second set of 2 Instabulbs with your order. So call 1-800-873-8178 and find out about free shipping. That's 1-800-873-8178. Call now.
An American hero.
That's 1 small step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind.
We honor the memory of Neil Armstrong. Bill Hemmer and Brett Baer host special live coverage of the Neil Armstrong Memorial Service.
We're back. Let's find out if we got anything wrong so far. For that, we go to TV's Andy Levy. Hey, Andy.
Hey, Greg. How are you?
Good.
Good. Feeling better about tonight?
Well, you were a little shaky in the beginning again,
yeah,
but I held it together.
All right. I'm going to try not to bomb this time.
No, please. Well.
All right. Poll shows more Americans would rather have dinner with Obama than Romney. Ambassador, you said of the so-called empathy gap. I said so-called for you, Greg.
Thank you.
I know you enjoyed that. Ambassador, you said you don't want a president who connects with people. And Brooke, you said you would hope that this is a meaningless poll. But I think this is important to a lot of voters. You know, the whole "I feel your pain" thing. I think there are a lot of voters out there who want a president who they think empathizes with them.
Keep your hands off my pain.
That's a great T-shirt.
That is going to make the after-show massages tough to do.
But are these questions really a measure of this empathy that people want? I mean, the questions were absolutely ridiculous.
I agree, except the question that, Brooke, you also thought was ridiculous, the one about who you'd rather have as a captain of your ship. I think that's the only question that is actually applicable to a presidential election. That's the only one to me that would seem to be important.
All right.
As a metaphor, maybe.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Okay, can we just point out who was an awesome ship captain?
Jimmy
George
Carter.
Clooney in The Perfect Storm.
Really?
And what happened to that ship?
He was an awesome ship captain. The ship sunk.
Yes, but he was an awesome ship captain. He was very handsome.
And to be fair, that was a perfect storm.
It was, and he was a perfect captain. You know, he had so much empathy, remember? He had so much empathy.
Yeah.
Couldn't save him.
Well, the thing is also, Mitt Romney could be very empathetic and just not great at showing it. Like, we don't know.
Yes.
We don't see him in private.
I agree with you.
Well, you guys
Sounds
don't
like
anyway.
me.
Yeah. Also, you could argue that a guy who talks about other people clinging to, you know, with bitterness to guns and religion isn't as empathetic as some people might think.
That's a good point.
Brooke, I don't know what vehemently means.
Sorry, vehemently.
Okay.
TV is nerve-wracking.
I know. Ain't it though?
Projected empathy, though, going to the bathroom. That's what it is with Obama. It's projected empathy.
Right. Yeah. Also, I was not very empathetic when I called you out on that.
No.
I know. But then again, no one's ever accused me of being empathetic. I can't remember. Greg, did you mention Obama's grandmother when Jesse said that you would have to agree that Obama would make the more loyal friend?
Yes.
Okay, then I don't have to mention it. I thought you did.
Yeah, but I didn't mention why. I just yelled out grandmother.
Oh, okay. Good enough. Most people remember.
Okay.
You can get Jesse off the screen. I don't have anything else for him. Bill, you said of the ambassador saying he'd rather have Romney console him if his pet turtle died because he'd tell him how to get another turtle and make money off it, that you don't think the ambassador knows what console means. I don't think he knows what pet means.
Yeah, I don't recall making money off my dog when I was a kid. If I knew how, I would. Yeah.
Well, see, that's why you need to have dinner with Romney. That's what I said. That's the whole point.
All right. Okay.
That's empathetic.
Okay.
I made money off my twin ferrets, point and click. But I can't tell you what they did.
No, you can't.
No. But go to any local ER, they'll explain.
Yes. Also YouTube.
Yes.
18 and over.
Yep. Greg, I believe this is the hand heart?
Ah.
Something like that, sort of?
Interesting. I did not know what it is.
A pretzel. Brooke, you said you hope Obama's teenage daughters taught him that hand heart. I actually, my sources tell me he learned it from the credits of Ice Loves Coco.
Aww.
Yeah. U.S. drops to 7th in Global Competitive Index. Greg, when you said the Netherlands and Germany probably bribed the judges with scat videos, I'm assuming you were referring to Ella Fitzgerald live at Montreux 1969.
A fantastic video.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yes.
The second floor asked me to clear that up.
Yes.
Ambassador, you said that under President Obama we can look forward to more declines, and Brooke, you said it's no surprise that we'd be declining under President Obama. We should note that our score actually is higher than it was last year.
Declining in rank, and we're down to 7th. There are 193 member nations of the UN, so we've got a ways to go under Obama.
Yeah. All right. Where do you think we'll be in another 4 years?
About 193.
Really? All right.
I'd like to condemn both of you for not bringing Obama up in the Bic story, by the way. I thought that
was trying to.
You're missing a step.
You kept interrupting.
I apologize.
We're going to lose.
That was my fault.
Ambassador, we're going to lose to Turkmenistan?
Yeah.
It's astounding.
By the way, Burundi, currently last on the list. Jesse, you said our largest exports these days are porn and Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
Actually, in 2001, it was gas, diesel, and jet fuel, oddly enough.
Are those the names of Adam Sandler movies?
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't. And I'm a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, all of those things get you really effed up, so I can see why.
Also, Jesse, you said it's a little scary that Germany and Japan rank so high. If it makes you feel better, Italy was only 42nd.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Who gave him the list? How come we haven't seen it?
Egyptian protests. Greg, you said the film that sparked the protest was made by Egyptian Christians in the U.S. Just before we started taping, the Wall Street Journal actually reported that the film, which is called Innocence of Muslims, was directed and produced by an Israeli-American California real estate developer named Sam Basile, so it's the Jews. And the film has been promoted by the lovely Quran-burning pastor Terry Jones.
That's a good group.
Yeah. Apparently, clips from the film show Muhammad not only as flesh and blood, but as a homosexual son of undetermined patrimony who rises to advocate child slavery and extramarital sex for himself in the name of religion.
Well, where's the bad part?
Bill, you gave Brooke some crap for restating everything Greg had already said in her answer. And you were right about that, but to be fair, it makes things a lot easier when you're making your reel.
Probably the only show that ever talks about these things.
That's a really good point, actually. That's exactly what you're doing.
I did it for emphasis because it is so mind-boggling that we have come to this stage where the State Department is apologizing for blasphemy.
Yeah. Well, you already got enough of the reel. A little tip for the reel: take any subject and go, "What's up with that?" So if we're talking about Paris Hilton, go, "Paris Hilton, what's up with that?" What's up with that? And people go, "Gosh, she knows how to start off a segment." Yeah. Trust me, that works. That's what got me this job.
That's how you got the 5.
Yeah, that's how I got the 5. I kept saying, Osama bin Laden, what's up with that? See, it works every time.
Yeah, it really does. Ambassador, on a serious note, this is obviously the Egyptian embassy's statement is beyond belief. How high up are these statements vetted before they go out? Like, who makes the ultimate determination? Is it someone back in D.C., or is it just whoever's in charge at the embassy itself?
Well, you have to watch for these rogue ambassadors that say what they think instead of getting them cleared back in Washington. I don't know any myself. But, my guess is this came directly from our ambassador in Egypt and was not cleared. And Hillary Clinton ought to hope that's true because it means it's a lot easier to repudiate, which is what they should do.
Yeah, and maybe think about recalling him.
Her, it's a her.
Oh, or her. Really?
It's probably sexist.
Wait a minute.
Right?
That can't be right. We're not allowed to do that.
You are so sexist, Andy. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Can I just make a point?
Yes.
The fact that Egypt is getting so radical, so Islamicized, that cannot be lost in this whole controversy over a Christian movie.
Yeah.
All right? I mean, look how the Muslim Brotherhood is saying what they're doing with Morsi.
No, and one other serious point here. Those people couldn't have gotten on the wall of that embassy without the Egyptian security guards not doing their job. And that's the most frightening thing of all. That is the precursor to what happened in Tehran in 1979.
Also, Ambassador, do you assume that, because we have Marines that guard embassies, do you assume that they were given an order not to fire?
Yeah, the Marines are really not there to get into a fight. They're a deterrent more than anything else. They're a last safeguard, basically, but I think they were clearly told to stand down or stay inside the building.
Yeah. Brooke, by the way, I've seen some arguments that the Muslim Brotherhood probably or might not be all that happy with what happened today because it's bad. I hate this word, but I'm repeating what I read somewhere. I can't remember. That it's bad optics for them. I don't know.
I think the Muslim Brotherhood is absolutely thrilled with the amount of power it has in Egypt. You have Muslim Brotherhood governors in all the provinces. You have Egypt now reopening talks with Tehran. They didn't stop a ship going through the Suez Canal. This is just indicative of what we're going to see in the future. They're not our allies.
Can I make a point? Can I make a point to our directors? When Brooke's talking, take Andy off the screen because it distracts from the people watching her reel.
Can I make a point to our director? Don't listen to Bill.
I'm just thinking that Brooke's real.
Yeah, one last serious point, and that is the Muslim Brotherhood benefits from this because they assaulted our embassy and we gave up.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
I have a serious question too. Andy, why do you hate the word optics so much? Did you have a bad experience with an optometrist at a camping trip or something? Why would you?
No, Jesse, I hate it in the political usage of it, like saying things have bad optics.
I was expecting a way worse word when you set it up that way.
Yeah, me too.
No. Just lastly on this Bick for her thing, Brooke, you said that ridicule and outrage are the only possible responses to this campaign of Bick's. I'm just curious, do you feel the same way about the fact that Bick markets separate razors to women?
Well, that's necessary.
But see, it's embarrassing for me when I have to buy the pink razor and the pink blades. I don't like that they do that.
I'm not going to.
Fine.
Yeah, it's harder to cut yourself.
You have no empathy whatsoever.
Andy, it's got to be so much harder for you to cut yourself when you're sitting around in your bathtub with your cats with a pink razor, right? I'd imagine.
Good one.
They laugh. I heard laughter.
Back to you, Greg.
Coming up, why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Not really a story, just something Neil Cavuto whispered to me in the hallway this afternoon. Thinking about getting a restraining order. But first, is this the worst year for movies in a decade? I did my part and saw Magic Mike 16 times.
Tired of being skinny and scrawny? There are thousands of products designed to help you lose weight. But what if you need to gain weight? Then CB1 Weight Gainer is your answer. The all-natural weight gain solution. CB1 Weight Gainer works in 2 ways to help you gain weight.
You know, my weight, I've gone up about 16 pounds in the past 3 months. So I believe in this product. I believe in the research behind it.
With CB1, it has helped me to achieve my womanly curves back.
With CB1, you'll eat more and burn less, so you gain weight. CB1 Weight Gainer is a safe and effective all-natural weight gain supplement. There are no drugs and no steroids. Call now and find out how you can buy one bottle of CB1 Weight Gainer and get another one free with a 30-day total satisfaction guarantee. Plus, we'll include our full 24-page weight gain guidebook that gives you all the tips and advice you need to gain weight fast. Order CB1 Weight Gainer now and gain the weight that'll make them say, wow.
It's a light, it's an extendable wand, and it's even magnetic and flexible. It's the Bell & Howell iScope, the amazing extendable all-purpose tool that's more than just a flashlight. Its 3 white LEDs emit a powerful natural light that's as bright as daylight to give you over 100,000 hours of brilliant, reliable light. But that's not all. The iScope instantly extends from 6 to 22 inches. Incredible! And with its magnetic head, you'll easily reach and remove cans from high shelves. Now you can locate and recover items from under the couch with ease, and finding dropped screws while working outside has never been easier. It's so powerful it can even lift up to 2.5 pounds. Incredible! But there's more. Its flexible head lets you adjust the light so you can easily see and pick up those hard-to-find staples from the floor. You can even use it as an extended hook to retrieve things from hard-to-reach places. And look, its rear-mounted magnet lets you instantly attach it to any metal surface to thoroughly light up your work area. It's like having an extra pair of hands. Drop a tool while working on your engine? No problem. The iScope's brilliant light and long extension lets you find and retrieve it in no time at all. Picking up pins and needles by hand is tedious and it can be painful. But with the iScope, you'll recover all those pins and needles in a flash. No pain, no strain. You can even use it to recover items that fall down the drain. Its slender profile makes it easy to carry, so it's always there when you need it, while its rugged aircraft-grade aluminum construction makes it virtually indestructible. And now, through this exclusive TV-only offer, the Bell & Howell iScope is yours for just $14.95. But wait, call right now and we'll double your order. You'll get 2 iScopes for the price of 1. Just pay extra processing and handling. So order your iScope now.
To order your iScope and get a second one absolutely free, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-200-3200. That's 1-800-200-3200.
Should he get hell for writing about UBL? Well, the Secretary of Defense says Navy SEAL Mark Owen should be disciplined for publishing a book about the Bin Laden raid. Leon Panetta argues the published account is a bad example because, much like my famous 10-second ab routine, it was not pre-approved by the Defense Department.
I think we have to take steps to make clear to him and to the American people that we're not going to accept this kind of behavior, because if we don't, then everybody else who pledges to ensure that that doesn't happen is going to get the wrong signal that somehow they can do it without any penalty.
Wish I was listening. Discuss this, shall we?
Lightning round. Lightning round.
Ambassador, do you agree with Panetta? I mean, is this what this guy did wrong?
I don't think anybody who discusses this book has read it. So this is a small problem. Wouldn't we like to know what's in it first?
Yes, that's true. That's true. I haven't read it. I read some excerpts from. No, I read the 60 Minutes transcript. That's what I read. That's all I'm going to read, actually, because I'm lazy. Jesse, shouldn't we be building a statue for this guy instead of thinking about disciplining him?
Well, I guess what people are so upset about is that one of the main things is it debunks the idea that Osama resisted. That that in fairness, maybe he could have been taken in peacefully and we could have. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, realistically, there's no way he couldn't be tried in front of a jury of his peers. Like, where are we going to find 12 other 6'9" kidney disease psychotics who smell like goat pee? That is an impossibility.
My daughters.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Right. Brooke, if the information in the book is no different than what the Pentagon released, should it matter that he didn't? Should it matter?
I think it should. And I think, if indeed this retired SEAL did break documented government policy, he should be punished. But he might get, punished by Al Qaeda. The fact of the matter is that Fox News leaked his real name, which was supposed to be a secret. Now he's not going on any media interviews, and he is definitely now a target.
Yeah.
So one would have hoped he weighed these things before he released the book.
They had the disguise on him in 60 Minutes, and it's like, theoretically, Bill, you and I could tell people we killed bin Laden because they don't know.
Right. I'm not going to do that.
I
won't even be near the camera when that's said. Okay? Even though you're going to have a hard time finding me, don't have a home.
You mean if it would get you a free drink at a bar, you would say that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I withdraw my initial thing that I said. I have not read this book. I am halfway through 50 Shades of Grey, and I've learned a lot. I did see the 60 Minutes interview, and I think what they did say was that even though he wasn't fighting back, the first guy, the son, had a gun, or they were led to believe was a gun. So by then, as far as their act is concerned, it was completely legal to pretty much fire away at anyone else who pops out of the room. So there's really nothing bad there. But I mean, if he did, also the other thing is, if he was at some point going to really release something sensitive, I gotta think the government would have been aware of that before it was published. They may not like this, but that doesn't mean that there's anything in there that's bad. They would have to know.
And his mates said that he would be the guy that would write the most honest one, and they trusted him. So.
But if there were no live shots fired, then why was Hillary Clinton going like this when she was watching the video? And there was something going on. There was a live firefight. It was a heavily guarded compound. There were men with loaded weapons. I haven't read the book.
Yeah. You know what it is? This is like extremely difficult stuff that they do, and everybody's curious about it. And I don't think he divulged anything that was particularly bad.
You know who the real winner is?
Who?
Taco Bell.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He went to Taco Bell afterwards.
Right afterwards. Best free advertising ever.
Exactly. Time to take a break. Up next, more joke.
Your snoring sounds like a freight train. It's not healthy for you, and it prevents your partner from sleeping at all. You may search for solutions like nose strips, sprays, and other gadgets, but the proven way to eliminate snoring is to widen your airway. That's what dentists do with custom devices, but they cost thousands. Now there's an affordable solution. Introducing Z-Quiet, dentist designed and cleared by the FDA. Z-Quiet gently positions your lower jaw slightly forward to widen the airway and stop your snoring. Z-Quiet is comfortable and easy. It doesn't require boiling, fitting, or sleeping with a closed mouth like other mouthpieces. It's ready to use right out of the box. The soft material and patented flexible hinge provide comfort to stop your snoring the very first night.
So I ordered it, and it worked the first night. The snoring stopped instantly once I started using it.
Amazing for me.
Try Z-Quiet for 30 days for only $9.95. If Z-Quiet doesn't solve your snoring, send it back and never pay a penny more. Stop snoring now. Get Z-Quiet.
Guess who took Coldies at the first sign of her cold? Next time, try Coldies.
Oh, thanks. I will.
Shorten your cold. Don't just treat your symptoms. Coldies, the #1 pharmacist-recommended zinc cold remedy, releases zinc ions, which interfere with a cold virus's ability to reproduce. Now in great-tasting oral spray, too.
Coldies is clinically shown to shorten your cold. I guarantee it.
Go online to learn more. Shorten your cold. Don't just treat your symptoms.
Paul Ryan goes on the record and reacts to the president and pending budget cuts.
The fact is he has not led on the budget at all.
Plus, his latest move on the campaign trail. Don't miss a powerful primetime lineup.
People think I used a treadmill or a stepper or an elliptical to lose 50, 88, 45 pounds. But they're blown away when I tell them I just walked.
Walked on a tread climber by Bowflex.
This is the new tread climber machine by Bowflex that combines a treadmill, stepper, and elliptical into one walking workout to burn up to 3.5 times the calories of a treadmill.
Being a single mom, the last thing I wanted to do was go spend another hour or two in the gym. I lost 50 pounds. First time in my life I feel like I've actually found something that works.
Call or go online for your free info kit to see how in just 30 minutes you can burn up to 3.5 times the calories of a treadmill, and without the stress that running can put on your joints.
I always had this skinny me in my head. I lost 73 pounds. The person I was before, I want to shake her and say, you could have changed your life way earlier.
So call, text, or Go to buyatc.com for your free info kit and new online brochure. That's buyatc.com.
From when I wake up to when I go to bed, I'm working and focusing on the business.
We went from my mom's kitchen to an 8,000 square foot facility.
My name is Sharon Waddy, and I'm the owner of Spa La La.
Why do millions of business owners count on Vistaprint?
We went to another printing company. Nothing was right.
Their hours are not 24 hours a day.
And finally my friend was like, you need to try Vistaprint.
At Vistaprint.com, you can make anything from business cards to banners to brochures.
They make it really simple to be able to create your own product the way you want it to look.
At Vistaprint.com, it's easy and affordable to look professional. See how easy it is with 250 premium cards, now new and improved and still only $10. Order today and get free shipping.
And my sister was like, this card is amazing. You actually look like a professional company now.
250 cards, $10, free shipping. Vistaprint.com.
They make me look really professional.
Next topic. Well, it's official. Movies suck. Yep. Revenues at the domestic box office this weekend were the lowest they've been in a decade. The three-day total of about $65 million is the lowest it's been since the weeks following the 9/11 attacks. The top earner was the horror movie The Possession, a film about Jesse Joyce's favorite earring. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only reason why we did this story. Ambassador, why do you think more people aren't going to the movies as much anymore?
I think this past weekend they were all watching replays of Obama's convention speech. That's the only explanation for the bounce. And there you go.
That's true. It is
back
quite a
on
magnet.
track.
I know. You got it in there.
Don't get off that.
Yeah. Brooke, could it be that TV is just much better? I mean, you must have seen Mike and Molly. It's a delight.
Well, you know, why would you go to the theater when you could just order a DVD copy of the award-winning film, The Making of a Martyr, and watch it right there in your living room while making a charitable contribution to the Children's Rights Institute? Hello.
Plugs and reels.
Yes, very good. Jesse, I haven't seen a good movie in ages. I actually did go and see the Kirk Cameron story. That was your greatest role, and how you got into him and played him so well was impressive.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of that.
Yes.
I got to tell you, though, they were really pissed at Auntie Annie's pretzels when I had to take off 6 weeks to work there on the shoot.
Yeah. But you know, it's great. They all huddled around the TV in the back of the kitchen and watched it.
Yeah, they were pretty excited. No, this is actually the weakest. The whole summer was the weakest movie summer since 1993. I don't know that. And it makes sense. I mean, I don't know if you saw any of the garbage. It's like Rock of Ages, where Tom Cruise was badly singing Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Yeah.
And it really, when I was watching it, made me think a lot about Bret Michaels, because while I was watching it, I wanted to have an aneurysm also.
I want to see that movie, though, because that movie is one of those movies like Mamma Mia that are so awful that there might be something worth watching. Bill, you sleep in the theater in Times Square. Have you seen the crowds dipping?
Yes. The floors are a lot less sticky, thank God. I don't even know if it's necessarily the quality of film. I think with the internets and the Blackberries and the whatnots, people are starting to dig isolation. I believe it was Florence Henderson who once said, hell is other people. And everyone is realizing that.
We gotta go. We're gonna close things out with a post-game wrap-up from TV Tandy, Levy, C. Clips, and Research Show, to FoxNews.com/Redeye.
Karma's business is definitely stuck in the 70s. 70s clothes, music, and technology. When it came to marketing on the web, he was totally spaced out, man. Lots of businesses struggle with web marketing until they call Web.com, the web marketing experts for small business. Our pros will write, design, and build your website absolutely free. We'll help you get found on all the top search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, and hundreds more. If you're happy after 30 days, we'll keep providing promotion, hosting, reporting, support, and maintenance for a low monthly fee. If not, cancel and it costs you nothing. Karma did it. So can you.
I'm extremely happy with the results.
Web.com opened up the world.
There's nobody better than Web.com.
We are so lucky we found your site.
It's not luck, man. It's Web.com.
Get a great site for your business free.
Call 1-866-490-4885 today.
Hi, I'm Joe Theisen, and that's how I used to feel. Worried that I wouldn't be able to find a bathroom when I needed one.
My aging prostate was giving me fits, but that's not the answer. This is Super Beta Prostate, and you can even get a free bottle. What a difference it's made in my life. Now I don't have to go to the bathroom as often, and I usually sleep through the night, waking up refreshed and ready to tackle anything. What's so special about Super Beta Prostate is that it is the most widely used supplement supporting a healthy prostate. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 and 80% of men over 80 have an aging prostate issue? Chances are you need Super Beta Prostate too. Super Beta has a trusted 10-year history and is all natural, made from a scientific breakthrough plant sterol called beta-sitosterol, which helps relieve your sudden urges to go to the bathroom. You'd have to take 100 saw palmetto capsules to get the same amount of beta-sitosterol as you would from just one Super Beta Prostate tablet.
If you want a stronger urine flow and more complete emptying of your bladder, I recommend Super Beta Prostate. Super Beta Prostate works.
Gotten used to getting up multiple times a night and, kind of adapted to that, you might say. I thought that was maybe normal, and once I started taking Super Beta, it just changed my life. Now getting up maybe only once, I have more energy the next day.
Now with Super Beta, I find that I can comfortably get to my destination without the concern of this uncontrollable urge to want to use the bathroom.
So if you're tired of waking up so often in the middle of the night to go, or tired of trying to figure out the fastest way to the bathroom, then try a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate. Don't accept the issues that come with an aging prostate. Call now for your free bottle of Super Beta Prostate.
Call now and we'll send every new customer a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate. Just pay shipping and handling. Give Super Beta Prostate a try for free. Call 800-666-0724. 800-666-0724. 800-666-0724.
TV's Andy Levy, post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Ambassador, are you going to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu when he's in town, since the president won't be?
Yeah, absolutely. The president's out campaigning, but I'm ready to do the job.
All right. Excellent. Good to know. Hey, Brooke, where are you going to be this Thursday?
This Thursday, I'll be at the Metropolitan Club. I'm going to be delivering a lecture on the issue of lawfare and how our national security is being hampered by misguided fears of Islamophobia. It ties right into what we were talking about today. Go to metclubnyc.org for tickets.
Excellent. Jesse, you're going to be at the Nut Hut or something like that?
No, that's no.
Terrible.
Nut Street Comedy Club. Not that that's any better. September 21st and 22nd.
Where is it?
It's in Wilmington, North Carolina.
All right.
So go.
It's called the Nut Treat?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the Nut Hut. It's the Nut Hut.
It's the Nut Hut?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, it should have been called Simply Nuts. Or how about Nuts to You? Or Captain Nutso?
I didn't name the place. I'm just booked to headline it.
Nuts. Nuts cubed. Nuts. Nuts. Nuts.
The O'Reilly Factor is on tonight.
Too many innocent people. People were jumping off the building.
And then we saw the people jumping.
We got lost on the 5th floor. It was chaos.
On the 11th anniversary of 9/11, how much has the war on terror cost the USA? And has the price in blood and treasure been worth it? We will have a special report.
If you can't beat Barack Obama with this record, then shut down the party.
Some conservative commentators say if Republicans cannot win the presidency this year, the party is through. What does Sarah Palin think about that? She will be here.
Tell me a little bit about the flag that you're holding up. Yeah, well, the flag means a few different things, but basically it's about revolutionary unionism.
And 350,000 students in Chicago out of school because of a teacher strike that some think is being agitated by socialists. John Stossel has been investigating.
Caution. You are about to enter the no-spin zone. The Factor begins right now. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight on this 11th anniversary of the 9/11 attack, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. According to the Congressional Research Service, the war on terror has cost America $1.4 trillion. That includes the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan and money for veterans, also a bunch of other military expenditures. It does not include security within the USA.
Under President Obama, the war on terror has cost about $569 billion, approximately 10% of the debt the president has run up in his 3.5 years on the job. So when people like Alan Colmes, who will join us in a moment, say that America's debt is largely war-driven, the stats do not back that up. Mr. Obama has added about $5.4 trillion to the debt during his time in office, and again, the war on terror expenditures comprise about 10% of that. But the important question is, has the war on terror been worth the price in blood and treasure? So let's run it down. In the combined wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, nearly 6,600 Americans have been killed, almost 50,000 wounded. While all life is sacred, those casualty figures are nothing like the Vietnam War. However, I believe most historians will look back on the Iraq War as being a mistake. We could have brought Saddam to his knees by blockading his country. We didn't have to invade it. One caveat, the weapons of mass destruction deal threw all calibrations out. But in hindsight, we did not need Iraq in order to win the war on terror. Afghanistan's another matter. We had to remove the Taliban, and we did. The problem is that Afghan society is largely corrupt, and the USA has not been able to effectively neutralize that corruption. So we're caught in a country that simply will not cooperate in helping itself become a free state. Money and tribal conflicts rule in Afghanistan, and that has hurt America badly. But again, we had to fight the war.